Thanks for having me again.
Again.
Second time, yeah, this season.
Pleasure.
Let me ask you something first. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about your contract situation, the fans and whatnot. I mean, if you have something to share with us, you can always share it because we can have the first info, but if you don't want to also, it's okay. No.
My answer is my smile.
You've done something that you didn't do for a very long time. You went into a back three. I heard you talk about giving your team some more reassurance at the back, but is it the only reason why you went to a back three?
Well, I believe that if you look overall at our season, we conceded quite a respectable number of goals, but we conceded too many goals, and especially recently away from home when teams went directly at us. And that's one of the reasons is to give a bit more security through the middle. The second one is I have players who it suits them, I think, to play in a position like wing backs. Chamberlain has the typical qualities to play with the freedom to go forward. And overall, you know, the system is not more than the way you spread your forces on the football pitch. Against Tottenham, we didn't take a risk to play, and we were not available quickly enough around the ball. We didn't want the ball. We did hide a little bit, and we didn't play with enough freedom. When you play with three at the back, it is destined as well to give some more freedom to guys in midfield. One of the reasons I did that as well is because I know the players like Ramsey can go forward, and it allows him, because he has somebody behind him, it allows him to be a bit more adventurous, because you do not have to ask him every time, come on, you have to sit there. And so that's why the system, I created the system as well for players like him.
If you go into a certain system that you need to keep the balance right, and I know against Tottenham in the last, 2-0 down, at one point it's difficult to control what's happening. But I think it was 5 minutes to go, and Mesut Özil and Alexis Sanchez were right in front of the two centre-back, giving the ball to each other. And I was looking at this and I was like, why are they going there to get the ball? I don't want to compare, but Chelsea has been playing it to the T for me, and it's rigid and maybe not enjoyable sometimes for players, but it works. But you will never see Hazard and Pedro going to get the ball off the feet of David Luiz.
Alexis likes to come to the ball, you know. Alexis is a creator on the ball more than with his runs behind, you know. With Özil, he has a security, because, you know, we can give him the ball. In this occasion, he should have played higher, but no matter. You cannot control every single movement of your players during a game.
No, I understand, so I'm going to give you another one, boss. I was a bit loose cannon at times, sometimes on the field. Yeah. I used to go where I wanted to, because I wanted to get the ball. But I remember Patrick Vieira and Gilberto being mad if I was in their zone getting the ball. Don't you think that sometimes also the players need to do that a bit more?
Yes, certainly. You know, there's always a balance to find between a certain freedom on the pitch and do your job, you know. And in this occasion, I think the frustration came in the end, and maybe Alexis Sanchez came very deep. But overall, I feel that you've always first to do your job. And sometimes the players forget they are human beings like everybody else.
But I remember you saying, always talking about, that teams don't want to play Arsenal because they fear that if they open themselves, they will be exposed, because we all know that no one used to play that passing game like Arsenal before. But recently, I saw an Arsenal team waiting, trying to get the balance right at the back, and then trying to counter when it was possible to counter, especially against a team that wants to play. Is it because there is a lack of confidence in the team at the minute? Or is it because sometimes a team is playing better than you and they're on the ball, so you obviously have to defend?
It's a bit both, you know. When you played against Bayern Munich was better in possession than we were, and even if we wanted to play, they had more possession than us. Secondly, psychologically, you compare a team who has not lost a game the whole season with a team who struggles for confidence. The recent history of a team has always a big influence on the way a team plays, you know. You can say as well, come back the other way around. If you are in trouble, maybe it is because your performances are not good enough. But that's always very difficult.